Hi folks, my name is Girish, the host for Back2Basics on a Monday show. Today we're going to talk to you about ideas and execution. Now we have too many ideas in our head, but the problem that we have usually is that we don't execute them. There are many different reasons, many different excuses that they come up with, that who's going to go and deal with this and who is going to deal with the execution, who's going to go and deal with research, and who's going to deal with the prototypes. But the question really is that if this idea resolves an issue, why not take a chance to execute it? It's a different story that you're going to become a hit or you're going to flop. It's all about ideas. Now, what's your idea? So we'll get into the ideas and excuses and execution today. So we're going to talk about that today. So we're going to talk about execution and ideas today. Now, have you thought of this, that when we come up with an idea, we overthink ourselves? We little overthink ourselves. Now, but why do we overthink? Is it because that it's going to fail, or is it going to flop, or is it that we're just scared to go and start something new? Now, everyone knows my story, whoever knows me, is when I first started this whole thing last year, I was kind of scared as to what was going to happen and what was not going to happen. But I took my chances. I did overthink, yes. Because we humans do have a tendency to overthink ourselves. But the thing is that we overcomplicate things. And how do we make that basic, and how do we make that simple? That is one thing that we all should learn how to do. Now, when there's an idea, I think we should go for it. Or write it down at least, so then you will never forget it. If you're resolving an issue, I think we should move forward. When you try to start something new, you should always ask everyone around you for feedback, because your friends and family will be the ones who will support you in good times and bad times. So how about take their feedback? If it is a good idea, if it is a bad idea, they will be upfront with you if they are a well-wisher. Now, if that product is already there, who else is going to be testing it? Who else will be listening it? In my case, well, they will be testing it for you. They will be listening it for you. They will give you criticisms, and that's okay. Because you know what? We don't like criticisms because we don't want to be hurt or be offended. But how will you know if this product or this situation or any execution ideas is no good? So think about that, because we never really think. Actually, we overthink, if you think about it. When you come up with an idea, make sure that it's very simple to explain to others. If you complicate it, then it means that maybe you're just confusing yourself. So how about take a step back and sit down and write it down, that what are you trying to say, to simplify it. Now, sometimes find out what the purpose is. Find out who your audience is when it comes to ideas. Now, the other is the execution. The other thing is timeline. Now, timeline is very important, because if you don't put a timeline, or I should say the due date, then you will just drag on and you will never stop. So just make sure when you come up with an idea, make sure that there is a deadline, a due date. And the other is, obviously, of course, is the conclusion, the resolution of this whole entire thing. How are you going to resolve this issue? Is this a lot of money that we need to collect, capital that we need to collect in order to get this execution out? Or is it a small idea that maybe you need a little capital to go and start off with something? Now, banks are definitely there to help you out with loans, but then there's other ways to do it. Have you thought of maybe fundraiser? Fundraisers are another way to go and start up something new if the mission, other people feel that it's a good mission for you, for them. So keep all these things in mind when it comes to an execution and an idea. Now, all I can tell you is that we need to make things simple in life, a basic thing, and make it fun all at the same time. Now, remember what my mission is for this podcast is to make things fun and simple and educate people for many, many different topics that I have risen out. It's as simple as that. And guys, just remember, what do I always say at the end of the episode? Everything in life goes back to basics, and that's what we did today, guys. You guys take care. God bless. Keep on commenting as much as you can on all the episodes that I've done so far, because it helps me to understand that your topics are heard. And if they're not, we will make it happen. We will try to make this happen. Guys, take care. God bless, and see you next week. Bye-bye.